Hello there, McBatch people. This is the Coach Takeover Day. Today, we're trying something different. Usually, Dave has a pretty camera and very nice things to use and tripods and stuff. But today, Dave's playing a tournament and I am the coach and I am going out there and he doesn't know it, but I'm going to watch and get some footage of it and show some of his shots out there. This is going to be a little different, this video, and it's going to be the coaches weekend out seeing Dave play. So buckle up. Some solid competition here. Lucas Carmichael, Joel Freeman, Caleb Tucker, Dave Batchelder. That's my boy. Around that tree. Can't have. Hey Dave, you just finished round one. Little feedback.
Well, I'm very happy with how I did because I didn't miss a single circle one putt until the last hole. Before that, there was the hardest par 3 on the course, threw a beautiful shot, hit a light pole. I think it was gonna be parked. I go OB, and then I just end up taking a double I throw it into the water, take a double bogey, and I'm just really proud of myself because I then went on to go birdie, 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 and I didn't let it ruin the round. There was definitely some nerves out there, but I think once I got moving, really happy with my performance. When the putter's feeling good, you can just build off of that. So yeah, I mean, it's golf, you're always gonna want more, you're always gonna want to play better, but yeah, I was pleased with my performance and looking forward to round 2.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Round 1 in the books and Dave is on lead card. Battling against Lucas Carmichael, Joel Freeman, Caleb Tucker, and I don't know who the other person is, so sorry about that. Dave had a great round. He had some unfortunate bounces on one hole and only one missed putt, the last hole. Otherwise, a good start to the tournament. Go. Go. Get in. halfway through the second round. Dave's got 5 birdies, but he also has 2 bogeys. He's been responding well. It's getting windy, putting pretty good. His fellow Boulderite Caleb Tucker had a nice 5 down on the first 10, and they're going around again for the loop. We'll see how it goes. Ready to crank it. Great shot. Good shot. Round 2's over.
Round 2's over. Are you gonna ask me a question?
You're just on the. You're on it yourself.
Yeah.
What, you know the question.
Yeah. So how'd it go? Round 2 is over. I observed something that was very useful for me, which is that on each round, the first hole, just the first hole, I was very nervous and didn't throw a great shot. It wasn't terrible, but I didn't throw a great shot. And as soon as that first hole is over, boom, dissipates. So that's something that I'm gonna be thinking about of how do I overcome that first shot nerves? Because rest of the round I felt fine, but the second round, one thing I really observed once I was down to the final 8-10 shots, it's not that I was actively not caring, because I genuinely cared, but I wasn't giving it the same intensity that I did round 1. And I'm not sure why, because I genuinely want to play well, I want a birdie, but I need to figure out why it is that on those final stretches, I'm playing a little bit more casual. I was still happy with how I played. I mean, at the end of the day, it wasn't the outcome I was looking for. 5 down is not great. The wind conditions kind of picked up and everything was a little bit tricky, but overall, I was proud in this round of my resolve, because hole 1, I just threw straight into the water on a par 4. And I was able to rebound, get some birdies, and then I did it again 2 holes later. But it never actually beat me down. I was able to have a positive spirit the entire time. And I gave myself about 15 seconds to be like mopey. And then I was like, okay, let's go. So at the end of the day, score-wise, not what I'm looking for. Joel Freeman shot a 17 down on 20 holes.
Yeah.
So 5 down, not great, but it was wonderful having Pat out there. Looking forward to tomorrow. I love that course so much more, honestly. So I'm excited to play it, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay, so round 3, Pat is not able to make it today because it turns out the Nuggets are playing and it's the final game. So look, I can't blame the guy. It's a big day. I have a big day as well, round 3. And going into this round, my thoughts and kind of my game plan is to almost be unflappable. At the end of the day, I'm not gonna play a perfect round. Like, we can just go ahead and say, Dave's not gonna shoot a 20 down. So you're gonna expect to have some mistakes, some errant shots. But what I really wanna continue to just focus on is this idea of make every shot count. Regardless of what just happened, I really wanna just intently focus on that next shot, because I just do not like the idea of one shot indicating the rest of my round or almost guiding the rest of my round. Just because I throw out of bounds doesn't mean I need to just kind of give up and resign myself to having a bad day. So I really want to focus on that. And yeah, that's kind of the game plan going into this. We'll see what happens on that, but I'm still on the lead card somehow, even after my OB fest of a round yesterday. But I'm in positive spirits and I'm excited for today. So stay tuned.
Nice shot. Money.
Ooh.
Like you can just hear it all around. Yeah. Like that is. There you go.
Drop it, drop it, drop
Sit,
it.
sit.
Drop it.
Go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to the first McBatch tournament in the books. Before we summarize the entire event, we didn't get to hear about your final round. I'm looking at it here and I see 2 double bogeys. And I know that came after a delay, a storm.
Yeah. So to do a quick overview for that round, first hole, I was nervous for every single round. But on that final day, when I was on the lead card, we had a little bit of a gallery. There was like 30 to 50 people, which, look, at the end of the day, I know that's not crazy. I observed my anxiety, my nerves, and then I just went through a routine. I let it go, kind of. It was still there. And then I threw my shot and I parked it and got the birdie. And it was just, it felt like a release of like, okay, I'm nervous.
Yeah.
I remember telling my caddy, Nate, today is going to be a battle against Dave. It's going to be Dave versus Dave.
It always is.
And I knew that. I didn't really care about anyone else. It's like, can I focus? And so kind of fast forwarding to those 2 double bogeys, I was locked in. I was in the flow state. And then it's like, lightning, go sit in your car for an hour and a half. And after that, it was just hard to reset.
Looking back on that hole, you took a bogey in the first round, had almost an ace.
Yeah.
Looked like you got a little bit of a rough spot, went a little deep, missed the putt. Second round, it was going right at the basket and clink, hit a light pole out there at Lou Miller, shoots it out of bounds. You ended up in the same spot the final round, and both times a pretty routine up and down.
Yeah.
Sailed it into the creek.
Yep.
I guess we're going to be working on up shots.
I think we both know kind of what I need to work on moving forward. Looking back at some of those Circle 2 putts that I had, I think that before we started working together, this idea of reining in my jump putt so it's not as aggressive, because it was kind of like my old jump putt was if I missed, I'm missing by 30, 40 feet.
Yep, you were losing a lot of strokes that way.
I was losing so many strokes. And so you were kind of guiding me and coaching me to say, Dave, when you're jump putting Circle 2, let's not miss that comebacker ever. I didn't have a single 3-putt, but it felt like if I could just put a little bit more spice on some of those jump putts, I could have hit a lot more.
So we're going from one extreme to another extreme where you're getting a lot more safer and you're not losing strokes that way, but you feel like you're maybe costing you a few strokes by being a little tentative, like you had a just outside circle putt and you were a little softer, a little fearful of maybe blasting past the basket. So yes, I think there's going to be a balance where you have to get a little, maybe punch it a little harder and be a little more aggressive. I think you're more comfortable now putting that you'll be able to make a comeback putter. So it's just a balance. My biggest take was I was impressed with how you handled yourself out there. You had a good attitude. Things went wrong. I saw things go wrong. You didn't dwell on it. You did that very well. Overall, I think you had a great tournament. You got cash. You were super close to almost 1,000 rated over the whole weekend with taking away some of these mistakes, a couple missed putts at the end of tournaments. Just got to work on maybe finishing a little stronger in that second round because you kind of went on this long par streak. Overall, great job.
Thank you. And thank you for coming out. This was not demoralizing for me whatsoever. As a matter of fact, I feel more motivated because I felt like there were so many areas where I'm like, I know how to do that. We just need to get the repetitions in, and we'll be doing that next time.
I think that we're on a good path and we're on a good trajectory. and excited for the future.
Well, on that note, McBatch
Out.
out.